hooked on you, baby, you're golden. Time moves, I never noticed, just can't get enough. Got me wonderstruck.
Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is a very happy moment for me. I am so ready to be filming this video, and it's a video I've been thinking about for a very long time, because in all honesty, how I got my sparkle back, how I got happiness again, how I built from rock bottom is a roadmap I would have absolutely loved to have a few months ago, and actually at a few other different points in my life. You know, when I am down, I'm a very methodical person. At certain points through my life, you know, I find myself sitting there, and this is when I know I have reached the bottom. The bottom of the bottom is when I sit there and I'm like, how am I actually gonna survive this? Like, how am I actually gonna wake up, go again? Like, I need a roadmap, I need a to-do list, I need a plan, I need somebody to just plan my tomorrow, and then the day after that, and then the rest of my life. It's honestly what it feels like when you feel like you're done. If you find yourself at rock bottom, if you feel like you're just not happy right now and there's something in your life that needs to give, first of all, I want to say you need to know that things are going to get better. You need to know you are so loved. There are so many people in this world that adore you. You have no idea the amount of amazing days you have left to live. There are days in your future where you are going to stand there and you're going to think, I did that, I got through that. I'm laughing with my friends, I'm, you know, walking my dogs, and it makes me feel really happy. Whatever it is, there are so many more of those moments to come. So no matter how bottom of rock bottom this moment, this day, this week, this month feels like for you, the journey of life is that there are ebbs and flows. You might be in an ebb, but the beauty of life is that you can come back up again. You are amazing, and you deserve happiness, and you deserve to get through this. So you know what, that's what I'm here to help you do. I want to make this video, first of all, obviously to help anybody else out there who needs to hear this. Also maybe for me in the future if I ever get to rock bottom again, because like I just said, life is kind of all about that journey. Nothing is permanent, unfortunately, including happiness. So I feel like the more you become comfortable with the expectation of life to not always be rainbows and butterflies, the easier those sad moments can feel. So first of all, I feel like a really important place to start is just trusting the universe, trusting yourself, trusting God, trusting whatever it is that you believe in. Trust that they have a plan for you. This is happening for a reason. We'll look back one day and be able to see all of the lessons that you learned from this hard time in your life. It may not feel like it right now, because I know when you feel so down, it never seems like a point. It literally feels pointless. It's like, why do I feel like this? Like, there is nothing to gain from feeling like this. Ultimately, this is going to put you back on the path that you were always supposed to be on. This is going to help shape you into that person that you're supposed to be this time next year, in 5 years, in 10 years. If you imagine the best version of yourself, it does take pain and hardships to get to that point, because without the pain and the hardships, we don't learn lessons. I feel like when you accept that and you trust in that, it takes a lot of pressure off of a timeline of wanting to be happy again, a timeline of, am I going to be rid of these hard emotions? It just gets rid of all of that pressure. Let it be, and know that better days are coming. Learning something new, taking up a new hobby, reading a book, just learn something new. Just do something new with your time other than sitting there on your phone and scrolling through social media. There is so much that this world can offer you. There are so many skills that you can learn. There are so many things that you can get better at. I was even listening to a podcast the other day where the guy on the podcast was talking about taking a listening test to see how good of a listener you are. So I feel like even if you're smartest cookie in the box, I feel like, yeah, but have you taken a listening test though? The point is, it doesn't have to be something as extreme as learning to drive or learning a new language or learning how to garden, which by the way is on my to-do list. It could be something as simple as learning to breathe deeper, learning to meditate, learning to be more present, learning to knit or do yoga, anything, paint a picture. Like, there are so many things that you probably don't know how to do that would really make you feel a lot better. I feel like as well, if you're at rock bottom and you feel like it's too late for me to start again, learning something new literally proves that that's wrong. You can start again. It's never too late. It's never too late to learn something new, to be a better person, to grow, to develop, to change. So spend your time wisely. Don't just spend it sitting, watching TV. Do something for your brain. Take your mind off of whatever's going on. The next one is really important to me and is definitely something that I am taking into routine, my schedule moving forward since I've come back online. That is taking time off your phone, taking time off social media, kind of leading on from the last point. I cannot actually emphasize enough to you how eye-opening it was for me to have 6 months completely off the internet. Like, I needed the realization that the online world and the real world and where my value lies in both of those things are completely separate. Completely separate. Actually, online world is just not real, if that makes any sense. Social media, because of the way it's created and used, is so good at making us feel like our value lies in the numbers, in the followers, in the likes, in the views. If you're not careful, you're left in the real world feeling like you've got nothing, but that's actually where all of your value lies. That is where real love is felt. That is where deep connection with other people that care about you is felt. I just think it's really easy to get swept up in the online world. So for me, at least, I haven't quite figured out the exact balance yet. I know that I definitely want to incorporate at least 1 full week every month, or maybe every 2 months, with literally my social media apps deleted. Like, they are not on my phone. Therapy or talking to somebody if you can't have access to therapy or you don't want therapy. Talk about how you're feeling. There are so many people in this world who love you more than they would ever be able to tell you. It might seem and feel really hard to talk about what you're going through. You might feel like you're going to be judged by every single person. There is somebody out there who is not going to judge you, who is going to make you feel like you can talk through these feelings. I'm only ever a DM away if any of you need to talk to somebody, but genuinely for me, having professional help has been such a life-changing move. There have been a few points in my life where I've tried therapy, and about 5 or 6 times it just didn't work for me. It just didn't feel like right. I didn't feel like I was getting anywhere with it. It felt like, why am I gonna shut myself in a room on a Tuesday afternoon and talk about my feelings and make myself sad when the rest of my day is going completely fine? Why would I do that? Actually, I found when I had the resistance to it, that's probably when I needed it the most. Like, now I'm like, I can't wait to tell my therapist about that on Tuesday afternoon. I'm looking forward to seeing what the deeper meaning behind that emotion was for me, telling them how my week has gone and these new thoughts I'm having. Like, if you find yourself pulling away from talking, it's probably because there is a feeling there that might feel quite painful to release. A problem shared is a problem halved. Don't sit with this on your own. This next one I actually feel like is the hardest to do, especially when you're in a really low place, because personally for me, I'm such a comfort eater, couch potato. Like, that is me. Naturally, in my natural habitat, you will find me, as I'm sure a lot of you will probably already know, sat on the sofa, a packet of Maryland or chocolate digestive biscuit, watching the Kardashians or a show on Netflix or EastEnders and slobbing out. And to be honest with you, as good as that feels for a few days, actually there is a really fine line between being kind to yourself and allowing yourself to wallow versus actually becoming a bit of a problem. At least for me, doing that day in, day out, when I'm harboring all of these negative emotions and negative feelings about myself, and it can feel like the hardest step to pull yourself out of that, because that is what feels so comfortable and so natural to you. But genuinely, exercising and eating right is where your body truly thrives. You pay attention to your digestive system, your mind, your muscles, your heart, your breathing, your body rewards you. And I feel like, what's that saying? Harder the effort, the bigger the reward, or something like that. You know, you guys know what I'm trying to get at. Like, stuff that feels the most hard to do, you get so much more of a reward out of. Even after one day of just eating well, eating right, and by the way, that's in whatever term makes more sense to you. Eating well for me means eating wholesome, nourishing foods, eating towards a goal for my body. Fruit, vegetables, not eating a whole pack of chocolate digestives in half an hour, even though that's what I feel like I want to do every single day. Probiotic, take a multivitamin, get those endorphins flowing, you will feel brand new. Another thing that might not necessarily feel really natural and easy, but I feel like is the foundation of basic self-care and looking after yourself, is getting sleep and having a nice tidy clean space for yourself. When I have a messy house, my problems feel 10 times bigger. When I have slept like rubbish the night before, I feel like if I'm already sad and don't want to get up in the morning, then I really feel like I actually physically can't get up in the morning. Put on a podcast or put on some of your favourite music, do the washing, dust that side table, tidy up those toys, disinfect your kitchen side. Be strict with yourself at being in bed by 9 p.m. if that's what you need to do, or 8 p.m. Sometimes I catch myself in bed when I put Saint to sleep, which is, you know, 7 p.m. in the evening. I'm like, can't. Me too, I'm going to bed. Even if you don't go to bed straight away, if you spend that time meditating or reading or scrolling through Pinterest and just looking at inspirational things for you, whether it's poses or quotes or outfits, have a little bit of you time. Just create that safe space for yourself. I feel like this next one I'm about to say really loops into a lot of the ones I've already mentioned, but meditation is something I find really, really, really useful for helping me gain a little bit of wider perspective. Just spending 10 or 15 minutes breathing, connecting with my higher self, taking away all of the pressure from my physical body. I just always open my eyes feeling like, I get it. It's a little bit easier to process now, it's a little bit easier to understand. And even if it's just 5 minutes, you're a complete beginner, there's a really good app called Calm. There are loads of YouTube guided meditations that are like 10 minutes long. And my final one that I want to finish on is planning something. Give yourself something to look forward to, give yourself a reason to get to the future. It might feel like it's light years away, it might feel like just never gonna get there, but if you just at least put it in your mind, something to look forward to, let it just sit there in your mind, go about your day and just let yourself have those moments of reconnecting to it and being like, that's why I'm here, that's why I'm doing this, I've got that to look forward to. Hey guys, quick editor's note, because I really just had so many thoughts when it came to making this video that I felt like I couldn't get them all down on one page when I was planning it. I realised that I forgot a really, really important one and I didn't want to miss it out before the video was over, so this is my final point. And actually I feel like the key element to stripping it right back to what makes life feel good again, and that's helping others and being of assistance to others. This was a huge one for me when I was offline. Anything, I mean, it doesn't have to be like really extreme. It could be something like helping a friend in need or doing something small to make someone else happy, all the way to volunteering or working with charities. Or there's so many people out there and so many places that would really love the help and assistance. Not only is it amazing for them to have the help, but also it just does something within you. Like it takes it right back to, you know, what is most important, and it just puts everything to perspective. It doesn't matter what you're going through. It makes you realise that you're not the only person with a problem, and in a lot of cases it makes you realise really how fortunate you are. For me, it just gets the feel-good hormones back in flow, and it just really helps mentally to know that you are doing something good for somebody else and helping them in a way that maybe someone else can't. So go and help someone, go and brighten someone's day, go and help with a charity for a day of your time. They would really appreciate it, and it makes you feel useful, it makes you feel good, it makes you feel happy. Would 10 out of 10 recommend. I need you to know that regardless of whatever it is that you're going through, you are going to get through it. Absolutely, without a doubt, you are going to get through it. I have every faith in you. Coming from a fellow person who has not been well in the past, who has really been at the lowest of lowest points, who's had those thoughts that you can get when you're really, really down. Take it from me, you can get through this. There is a reason this is happening, and it's because you're strong and you're amazing and people love you. And the world is a much better place with you being here. And you need to be here because you've got so much more that you need to do. Allow yourself to notice how you're feeling and give yourself the responsibility of being able to move on from it. Allow yourself that grace. Don't be judgmental towards yourself. Life can be so beautiful for you again, and I'm really excited for you to see it. It won't be long, I promise. Sending you guys all the biggest hug in the world. I love you and I appreciate you, and tomorrow is a new day. Take a breath. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video.